Good morning again. It's Jamie here from MyTarot.org. And it's time for a daily inventory. It's a way for us to check in with the universe, see if there's any tips or tricks or any angers or resentments we need to take a look at today so that if something pops up, maybe we can react a little differently. You know, and I was sitting here thinking, so my whole thing with the tarot is actually finding solutions. Trying to understand questions and finding solutions. And so I've never claimed to be psychic, and to me, tarot reading is not fortune telling. So sometimes I just like to say it's an act as if day. Act as if. So if you get a card, so for example, I was sitting here shuffling, and you know, I'm darn good at shuffling and rarely have a pop-up, something that pops out, and it was the Emperor. And so when I see something like that, how can that be advice? How can something like that help to guide? Well, I just pretend it's act as if day. So it's the Emperor, act as if, well, taking charge. Normally I might want to try and sneak out for a break or do this or that, but would the Emperor do that? No. So it's an act as if day. So that's the same thing with the tarot. It's okay, so choices come up, decisions need to be made. We look at the tarot, we look at what was presented before us, and then we just act as if we're ready for it. If it says we're going to have difficulty today, we act as if we're prepared. Tarot says that, you know, some kind of a conflict might come up, and I should take a breath. And it's act as if day. Being prepared, not stressed or anything like that, but relaxed. Saying, you know what, I have girded my loins. I am prepared to not react the way I normally would if something pops up, because today I've already thought about this, and I know that I'm going to take a breath and respond or just walk outside. So that's what I mean by I'm not psychic or anything. You know, I let other people decide their beliefs, and I do not insert my beliefs. I personally just want to be that transmitter, that radio that just transmits to the, you know, from the universe, and then whatever your belief is what's important. So with all that, wonder what brought that on. Anyway, what does the universe have for us today? So I'd already started here, my feet flat on the floor. And when I'm listening to the cards, like the sounds of the ocean, it reminds us, that's right, we do need to take a breath. Yeah. And relax our shoulders, relax our necks. And just realize this is like one time in the day where we can take 10 minutes and just try and connect with the universe. So, let's see. Of course, tonight I will be at La Lune Metaphysical, so I'm always looking forward to that, where I can do my thing there if you want to come by for a visit. So what does the universe have for us today? Let's take out our 3 stacks. Each one of these a different thread going out to the universe. Each one of these is a different thought or conversation. Each one of these, if you believe in the multiverse, is just like going down a different path, because this conversation is different from this one to this one. And today, let's see what's underneath. Let's see what's on the bottom stack. Let's see what's underneath something that we might not realize. I'm going to do my 3 in 1. And flipping each card over one at a time like they're the pages of a book, which is what I like to remind myself, because that way it just reminds me every day that I can sit there and think I know exactly where the spread is going and I have all this great foreknowledge, and then boom, the last page turns over, something else happens, and it just changes everything and throws all my assumptions out the window. So it's best not to assume or prejudiced or anything like that until we know the last card. And today we have the Knight of Swords. So this is a card of fire and energy, but with your ideas. When we have an idea, this is about taking that idea and running with it. And sometimes with the Knight, maybe that idea, we may be right or wrong, but we run with it. And then it takes some experience to know what we're doing. And again, we have the world. So we had the world yesterday. So this is like going for that final sprint. Taking that idea for a final sprint. Now notice that the Knight is facing backwards, but on his shoulder pads. You know, whatever we do, wherever we're looking, it still affects where we're going. So sometimes a knight, because a knight is not a king yet. The knight, you know, it's page, knight, then you move to queen and king. So the knight is still that that enthusiasm that we get when we find something new and run with it. But we also learn through experience, and by the time we become the queen or king, that whatever we're doing will affect where we're going. And here we are with the world, which is a conclusion to the 7 of coins. So 7s are about potential. 7s are about drive and ambition, which is what the Knight of Swords is about. So mind you, none of these are about cups, emotions, spirituality, or feelings, or anything like that right here. This is all about taking what we know and running with it. And then from that conclusion, the seeds get planted. And with the 7s, it's as if we're waiting for those seeds to bloom. It's about being patient, which sometimes is very difficult, especially if we're the Knight, because court cards can be us, can be somebody else, or it can be part of the situation. So if this is me, for example, and I'm running with this idea, I have something that needs to get done, and I do it, but then I have to let it go. Once we do something, once we have no more control over it, we've completed our part, we have to let it go. And then we move into the 7 of coins, and we have to let things grow. We can't sit there and keep picking at a plant. We can't sit there and keep picking at this thing that we've completed and getting in the way, because no matter what, time takes time. So what's the advice card? The advice card is the Star. So again, we have 2 majors in our reading today. So think of it like this with the Star. Well, first think of it like this with the majors. I always say that the minors, the court cards, and the numbered cards like this, these are day-to-day cards. This is just normal, everyday stuff. But the majors are the destiny cards. These are the ones that we pay attention to. And today we have the Star, which is about having faith. The Star is what guides us. The stars are what we used to look at to guide our ships, or to cross a desert, or to navigate to the next place. And it's also a sign of hope when we see that star. So today is about being able to let something go once we've done our part. letting something go once we've done our part, and just having faith. Don't pick at it. Don't spend your time on it. It's done. Our part is done. It's time to let it go. This could be something as big as, like with my daughter, she could be the knight, because cards are gender neutral. It's just masculine energy, feminine energy. And this could be the fact that she is finishing up high school right now. She's getting ready to go to college. That's a big deal. And we've done the best that we can to help her pass that 18th birthday. But she's going to be going up north to college. And she's going to have to blossom on her own. We can be there for her, but we just have to have faith that now it's going to be out of our hands. She's going to be 3 or 4 hours away, and we just have to have faith and trust. So today is about just accepting that sometimes we need to just, we've done our part, we let it go. And just have to trust that it's going to work out. Well, that's a real heavy one today. Especially, again, 2 majors and 2 minors. So that means it's something to definitely take to heart. So, hello and good morning. Is that Yukul Roma? Hello. The font is really, really tiny, and my glasses really need to be... Something needs to happen to these glasses, right? So, but good morning. And so with that, tomorrow's Friday. Again, today I will be at 5 o'clock. I'll be at Laloon Metaphysical. And I tell you what, if you come in and if you spend $100 at Laloon just for today, I will also give a free reading. Just because JC's shop, it's such a wonderful shop. It's up in Hagerstown, so it's a little bit of a drive for some people. But every now and then, it's one of those things where if you come in and spend $100 at her shop, then it's my way of supporting it, will give a free reading today. So with that, thank you again very much. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care.